Hi, I'm Deb Kelch from Finished Well Health Coaching. It's time once again for cooking on the fly. Now today I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. The last couple of episodes I cooked a lot of Mexican themed meals, so today I'm not going to do that. I just went to the store, so we should have some interesting things to choose from. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's in here. Some broccoli. Let's see what's in here. Chicken. That sounds good. And some cheese. Cheddar. Cream cheese. Goat cheese. Now we're gonna need some kind of sauce. Let's see. Take a look in the pantry. That's what we want. I think that's panko. Yes. We'll get that. So this is what I've chosen. We have goat cheese crumbles, cream cheese, broccoli, chicken, cream of chicken soup, panko, and 2 kinds of cheese that's shredded. And let's see what we can make. I'm going to take my broccoli and chop it up here. Okay. Now I was debating on how I wanted to cook the broccoli. I really don't like to boil vegetables in water, so I'm going to use this avocado oil and I'm just going to cook them on the stove top in the cast iron pan. I'm going to oil up the pan here, heat it up. The broccoli in. I'll be using this dish to cook it in. It's just a single serving glass dish. They do come with lids. Got my salt. This is real salt. It's mineral salt. I buy it in 10-pound buckets. A little more oil. Now you can use butter if you prefer. I like the flavor of the oil. And it doesn't burn as easily. While that's cooking, I'm going to cut up my chicken into bite-sized pieces. And there we have it. Now you want to cook this until it's the texture that you like. I like mine a little crunchy, so I'm not going to cook it as long. I'm going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Now I'm going to take the broccoli and put it in here with the chicken. Turn off the heat. Gonna mix this up here. See what we got. Now it doesn't look like that much, but after we add the cheese and the soup, it will be a lot bigger, the portion size here. I'm going to take my cheese and I'm going to put some in here. Got some goat cheese crumbles. I'm going to open these up and pour some in. That'll make it tangy. Goat cheese crumbles are delicious in salads. They're one of my favorite, especially if you're making a Greek salad. The tomatoes and cucumbers. This cream cheese looks a little hard. I'll have to evaluate whether it's still good. It sounds delicious, but I don't think I'll use that today. Mix this up here. We want the cheese to melt inside with the broccoli. Put some of this cheese in there as well. Stir it up. I'm going to take my soup, open this up, and I'm going to pour this in here. That'll make it nice and juicy. You want to make sure your soup's organic. This soup has cornstarch in it. You don't want GMO corn in your soup. And most of the time soup is not gluten-free. This one just happens to be gluten-free. Gonna stir this all up here. Got my container here. Let's see, a little heavy on the soup. So I'm gonna put a little more cheese in there. Maybe a little garlic salt. Little bit of black pepper. Stir that up. And I'm gonna put it in my container here. I'm gonna spread this out. Now I'm gonna take some more cheese and put it on top of here so it gets all melty. Now I'm going to take my panko and I'm just going to put some on top to give it some crunch. Sometimes I use potato chip crumbs instead of panko because, you know, you get to the bottom of the bag and there's all of those crumbs left. What do you do with them? It all depends on how many carbs I want to have. I want to use chips like these with avocado oil. This is a healthy chip. When you get down to the bottom of the bag, just save them up. It doesn't matter if they're stale, it still tastes good. Now I'm just going to put this in the oven for about 20 minutes and we'll come back and check it. Got 10 minutes left on the timer. Let's see what it looks like. You can see the cheese is melting. We'll give it a few more minutes. Now it's bubbling, but I'm gonna let it go for another 5 minutes because I want to make sure it's cooked all the way through. I really don't like when you get it and it's cold in the middle, so I'm gonna let it cook all the way through. It's better to cook it a little longer than to take it out too soon. Okay, it should be done by now. Look at that. Ooh. So I'm gonna let that cool off for about 5 minutes and then it'll be time to eat. Okay, I'm gonna transfer this over to my bowl because this container here is really hot. Ooh, it's all gooey. That's gonna be delicious. And now I'm ready to eat.